Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dreamify Animation. Today, I bring you a story wrapped in the ticking of old clocks, the echo of lost moments, and the fragile line between destiny and desire. In a town where time has all but stood still, and where each second feels like it carries the weight of a lifetime, a boy with a shattered past is about to discover that sometimes the things we most wish to change are the very things that make us who we are. The town of Halewick sat quietly in the hills, hidden from the rush of the modern world. Fog blanketed its streets every morning, as if trying to protect it from the passage of time. No new buildings had risen in decades. No technology buzzed through the air. Everything was mechanical crank radios, oil lamps, and winding watches. The townspeople liked it that way. They said it kept the soul intact. 14-year-old Eliot wandered these streets alone, a boy of silence and shadow. Orphaned at the age of 7, he had grown up in the town's modest orphanage, a crumbling mansion with too many creaky staircases and too little warmth. The other children either left or were taken in by families looking to fill their homes. But Eliot, he remained, too quiet, too strange, too haunted. He carried a worn photograph in his pocket. His parents, smiling in front of a carousel, frozen forever in a moment he barely remembered. That picture, along with his dreams, was all he had of them. He had no memory of how they died, only vague flashes of light and screaming. The rest was a blur. One autumn morning, while running an errand for the orphanage, Eliot's life shifted with a quiet tick. The errand was simple: deliver a broken clock to Mr. Thorne, the town's reclusive clockmaker. The old man lived at the edge of Halewick, in a house so filled with ticking devices that stepping inside was like walking into a symphony of time. Mr. Thorne never left his home. Rumors painted him as a madman, a man who spoke to gears and argued with shadows. Eliot had never met him before. When he knocked, the door creaked open on its own. Inside, the air smelled of oil and brass. Hundreds of clocks lined the walls: grandfather clocks, cuckoo clocks, pocket watches in glass domes. Every one ticked, but not a single one showed the same time. Enter, a voice croaked from the back room. Eliot stepped inside, eyes wide with awe. There, hunched over a table filled with springs and screws, was Mr. Thorne, thin, with wiry grey hair and goggles that made his eyes look enormous. "You brought the clock?" the old man asked, without turning. Eliot nodded and placed the clock on the workbench. Mr. Thorne finally looked at him, squinting. "You're the orphan boy, Eliot, isn't it?" Eliot froze. "How do you? I remember your father. He once brought me a broken watch. Years ago, same eyes, same silence." Eliot's heart skipped. No one had spoken of his father in years. The clockmaker studied the broken clock, then waved his hand. "Come. If you're to stand there, gawking, you might as well make yourself useful." From that day, Eliot began spending his afternoons in the clock shop. At first, he only observed, but Mr. Thorne, despite his gruff manner, slowly began teaching him. He showed him how to mend springs, polish gears, and balance escapements. Over time, the old man began to trust him, and Eliot felt, perhaps for the first time, like he belonged somewhere. But the clocks were not ordinary. As weeks passed, Eliot began to notice strange things. A watch that made people forget the last minute, a clock that always ticked a few seconds ahead, predicting what would happen, a small silver pocket watch that glowed faintly when someone lied. Mr. Thorne never explained. "Time is more than just a river," he once said. It's a maze, and some of us have learned to walk its walls. One evening, while cleaning the storage room, Eliot found a box beneath the floorboards. Inside was a watch unlike any other gold, with blue veins running through it, like cracks in glass. It pulsed with a soft light, and as he held it, a whisper echoed in his mind. Rewind. Eliot snapped the watch shut, heart pounding. He showed it to Mr. Thorne, who turned pale. "That's not a toy," the old man said, voice stern. "Put it back, seal it. Forget you ever saw it." "But what is it?" Mr. Thorne stared at the watch. "It's the Remembrancer. It doesn't just show time, it changes it. But not the world, you. It rewinds your memories. You go back, inside yourself, to relive moments you regret. But be warned, memory is a dangerous place. It lies, it tempts." Eliot couldn't stop thinking about it. What if he could go back and remember the night his parents died? What if he could save them? That night, he returned to the shop alone. The Remembrancer sat in the drawer, calling. To him, he pressed the button. A flash. Suddenly, he was 7 again, sitting in the back seat of a car. Rain thudded against the windshield. His parents argued in front. Then a screech. Headlights. Crash. Eliot gasped, yanked back to the present. He collapsed, breathless. But now he remembered. His parents died in a crash, and it was his fault. He had thrown a tantrum, grabbed the wheel from the back seat. He caused the swerve. The guilt crushed him. But also, the urge grew. What if he could go further back, change what he did? Again, he pressed the watch. Flash. He tried to shout a warning to his younger self. It didn't work. He tried again and again. Each time, something shifted. A detail, a face, a feeling. But the outcome was the same, until, on the 7th rewind, the world around him started to break. Time began to bleed. Clocks shattered in reverse. The sky folded in, and Mr. Thorne was there, pulling him out. "Enough," the old man roared, dragging him back to the present. "You fool, you nearly broke the loop." Eliot collapsed, sobbing. "I just wanted to fix it." "You can't fix the past," Thorne said quietly, "but you can forgive it." The old man revealed then what Eliot had long suspected. He, too, had used the Remembrancer years ago to try and save his wife. But every time he went back, she died in new ways. Eventually, he realized he wasn't saving her, he was losing himself. "The past shapes us," Thorne said, "but we are not meant to reshape it. We are meant to understand it, forgive it, and move forward." Eliot returned the watch to its box. He never used it again, but the memories stayed. And though they hurt, they also taught him to be gentle with himself, to live each moment fully, and to carry his parents' love in the choices he made from then on. Years later, Eliot became the new clockmaker of Halewick. The children whispered of magical watches and clocks that could see the future. But Eliot only smiled, and above his shop, in a glass dome, sat a single golden watch, its hands forever still, a reminder that time, once lost, must be cherished and not chased. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want more anime tales filled with emotion, magic, and meaning, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Until next time, may time be kind to you.